Alright, looks like you're going to be bringing something a bit different this time. Going to be commentating a game between these two fellows, Dragon Civ and Guy 5C20 Montag. No idea what to do with Guy 5C20 Montag. So, a Shaper with a pretty decent start, actually. Dragon doesn't like that. As a Shaper, I'd take pretty much any hand that has a, wow, that's almost the exact same hand. This time with the sure gamble. Alright, Oversight AI, Commercialization, C source, Priority Requisition, Green level clearance, and an ice wall and a remote server. Wow, he really wants to go for it. Unfortunately, the runner has everything he needs to take full advantage of that. He could sure gamble, run, test run, access. So, oh, his Maker's Eye, not test runs. So, he Maker's Eye. There's no way he's going to score that in time. I would be quite surprised. On top of that, scoring it without the relevant ice down, was going to be kind of bad for him. So over R&D, we got a wall of static. And Archer over HQ? I don't know why he wouldn't do that literally the exact opposite way. Put the wall of static over his hand, and the Archer over R&D. He could advance one free every turn, which is good, because he's a special Weyland. Just took some cash on his turn. Another C source. Wow. So, pull out the rabbit holes. Really letting him get along very, very slowly. I'd at least want to test R&D. Rabbit holes just sitting there don't do you anything. Okay, so we got a Neural Katana now. Yep, priority rec for free res on Archer. That feels good. If you're the corp, if you're the runner, it doesn't feel good. Let's put it that way. So I don't like Neural Katana as a splash. It doesn't help you get tags, which doesn't help you get off your Scorched Earths in a Weyland deck. And of course, that's pretty much all that a Weyland deck is about, right? So again, he's just hiding behind this one measly ice wall, when everybody knows that there are plenty of tricks across all the factions that'll let you get through that. Dragoon is not, I think, playing this with the best intentions at mind. He's building something, but he has spent 6 credits on Link. That is not doing him anything because he's not running yet. He has He's drawing up plenty of cards when he can easily have tools to break through these servers. For example, he could have just test run for a Fem, run the server, and easily scored that. Let me full screen that up, make it a bit easier to see. No, that's perfect. Alright, so Dragoon Civ, back on his turn. Now it's too late. He full priced that in. Like, sure, that gives you something, but if he doesn't use it to run, it's not helping him. And he can't use it to run with only 2 credits left. And he has no idea what's in this server. So he actually is going to be facing down a sentry and an ice wall. But with only 3 credits, it's not enough to get in. Oh, press with tinkering. Actually, already what he needs it to be. But again, he doesn't have the credits to get in. Oh no, it's +2 from Dino. Perfect. So he can get in. He will get in. This time it'll just cost him 1 to break that. There's no rezzing on anything. Oh, maybe it's just trying to be a fake out. Let's see if Dragoon chokes here. Jacks out. If he did, it would be sad. Yeah. Though, then again, I don't like Junebug and Weyland. People are always playing scared versus Scorched Earth anyways. Successfully run. Oh, he's gonna access good. Good. I have no idea what this play button does, by the way. Woodcutter. Never gonna be a fan of this card. So he's got 2 cards over there. Plays Sea Source. Yeah. No. Doesn't have the cash for it. Cool. So, inside jobs. I'm a huge fan of this card. I think it's worth the 3 influence in almost every deck, as long as it's not trying to do something else. Pretty much of all the decks that I have, the only one I don't have it in right now is my personal workshop noise deck. Because the base for that, the 2 workshops, 2 pawn shops, that's 12 influence right there. You can get 1 inside job with no way to search your deck for it. And that doesn't give you anything useful. It's a shame he has this ice wall with a Fem on it. See, he's playing too scared. He has a Sentry Breaker. He could just go at anything right now. So he sees a wall of static. It cost him a card. Or he could have just run, and it would have been the same thing. No harm, no foul. is a sentry breaker with actually very large amount of strength. 4 strength, there's very few sentries that he can't break. He even has what it takes to get through an archer at this point. Alright, so what the Corp up to? We haven't seen a successful run this turn, so no use in doing that. Can put a woodcutter over there? Sure. It's a shame because a woodcutter essentially means the first time you run this, it's free. Though later it can get very expensive to run. And R&D is a server that is always valuable. No matter what stage of the game you're in, hitting R&D is always good for a shot, you know? Most decks it's 1 in 5 chance of scoring an agenda. Well, I wouldn't even say most decks, but plenty of decks. Government contracts. So, he knows it's not safe in this server. At all. And it's only so safe in his hand. But I think it's probably safest in his hand, out of any place it could be. In his hand, it's protected by these other cards that the Corp can't trash, so he has only a 1 in 5 chance of accessing it. Plus it'll cost the Corp 4 plus 4, 8 just to break through Archer with this super nice pumped up fam, so. Then again, we can expect him to remain rich all game. Oh, so he's going to Maker's Eye for what I can only assume is a Corroder. Yes, sir. And then he's going to... Oh, sorry. He test runs for the Corroder, and then I assume he's going to Maker's Eye his way in. Yeah. So, suck it. This card's useless, but you gotta res it anyways. Why would he not res it? There's no point in playing it if you don't res it. I can't understand that. Well, clearly he pays to break through it, but I don't understand the reasoning behind not resing this woodcutter. Because if you want to start advancing it, like it says, it needs to be face up, and oh, that's a shame. Government contracts in one of the top few cards. All 3 pointers. This is probably the majority of the agenda points in his deck right here. Here's 9, 12, 15. 15 agenda points and almost as many cards. It always feels like a bit of a kick in the teeth when something like that happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus another 5, 10. Yep, 14 cards, 15 agenda points. Ooh, so we might see the big tyrant play here. Beanstalk royalties. I see he's playing an advancement strategy. But I still think that the, okay, maybe not if you're really going for the advancements, but really these cards, much better in the transaction deck. I have my mic on push to talk, so pretty much half the time that I want to say anything, I can't do it while typing. It's fine, gentlemen, being caring. Let me see what's in their hands and such. I don't know why those cards haven't made it to the guys. There we go. Oh wow, he just played all that in one turn. The corporation is rich, motherfucker. Alright, so Corroder. I'll access your R&D, he says. Cost me 1 credit. Ooh, Snare. At least it's not game. Snare, I think, is obviously an awesome card for tag and bag. Pretty much says to the runner, you can never run on your last click, because if I start my turn and you have a tag, I win the game. Seeing so many agenda points last game makes me wonder if he's even running Project Atlas. Yeah, so he could use his C-Source and trash this liberated account. Oh, he doesn't even have to, of course. I forgot that he actually did take the tag up. He just didn't die. This woodcutter. Now I gotta wonder, is he gonna res the woodcutter next turn? I really have to hope so. I would push that, so it costs him every time he wants to go in. Okay, good. I assume he'll do it on this turn. He has almost only advanceable ice in this deck. Dinosaurus. And a medium. Yeah, it's a good thing he put that over the edge, so it wasn't super cheap to get in. Okay, so please tell me that you res the woodcutter, thank God. Okay, so he bypasses it. Icefall. breaks it for 1, or for 2. And he's in. Everything about that seemed backwards. I guess he wanted to keep his credits, just in case of something. Wanted to keep his hand, just in case of something. Oh, I was really hoping he would have just straight up drawn a Scorched Earth. Sea Source, Scorched Earth, Death. It could have been that quick. This will die in 2 turns. Trashes it to install new ice. Thankfully for him, he didn't waste any time advancing it. I love Ice Carver versus Ice Wall. So he's making his centrals nice and beefy, but he's going to start to need to build a remote. Perhaps an Oversight Archer. At least drop the Archer. Why would he not just play it here as a remote server? Is he afraid of bank job, perhaps? Yep, keep advancing that ice wall, man. So I don't really like that Oversight AI play there, but I guess it's something to do. What I would do for sure is start getting rich off commercialization. Because he's, I think, forever going to be ahead in the money game, the corporation. And now all it takes is really for the runner to make a misstep. And he has the combo of death in his hand. See, that helps a lot. Cost credits, but it helps. He really needs to draw an agenda at this point, actually. Like, he really needs it. There we go. Let's drop that baby down. So, here's the deal. He drops this. He advances it. Well, I guess he doesn't have to yet, but I don't think the shadow is going to keep anybody out of his hand. So yeah, I'm definitely putting that archer down, putting the priority wreck inside, and then just saying, go. Yep, archer on the remote. Cost a click. Or cred, sorry. Advance, okay. And what, Atlas? No, you want the wreck. No, the Atlas. I don't really know what he wants to search, though. He will wait 6 turns for this to drop down to nothing. Or 5 turns and he runs on it, and then it dies immediately. But he should win the game by this point. Because he will res a real archer. In like 2 turns. Oh, he installed it and he has a killer. Takes his money off Armitage. No. See, I don't know why. Oh, it's true, because it's Atlas. Not over advanced. He's so scared. The runner has pretty much nothing. Yes, he could draw stuff, but he has minimal creds. And if he runs on you, if he does, you can kill him. He has the nuts in his hand. So you want to try and gain as much position as you can when you're in a spot like this. And this double medium play makes no sense, because he's never going to get through this ice wall. Unless he has, I can't even imagine what, it would have to be a Fem. Fem's the only thing that makes this even close to cost efficient to run on. So back to the agendas here. So on this server, he could have played priority requisition, and he had the time to score it. And then once he scored it, he could have a resed archer that didn't cost him any agenda points, which of course is very powerful. See, he's only played this now because he sees this other archer over here. Or he sees this agenda and he's like, oh, I can res this archer if I need to. But in reality, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, so he's dynoed. He's gonna run. Does he want to res the archer? Really, there's no reason for him to try. Because he wins. He has the combo. So, here it is. Sea Source, Scorch, Scorch, Death. So, just pour all of your credits into it, but 6. Yeah. And good game. That's how the tag and bag works.